Hi, my name is Elizabeth and I'm from the Pharmabees team at Cardiff University in the School of Pharmacy, and today we're going to do an experiment called Thirsty Plants. This is a really cool experiment and I also love plants, so it's a great way to do some science at home and to find out how plants draw water up to their leaves. So if you want to download the activity guide on our website, look under for the Thirsty Plants experiment and do that now so you can follow along. So today's experiment, we're going to be learning about the xylem in a plant and capillary action using colored water and celery. Water is very important to plants and to humans. Plants need water to grow and to produce food. Plants make their own food through a complex sunlight-powered process called photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, water, which is absorbed by the roots in the soil, and carbon dioxide, which is taken from the air by leaves, combine to make the plant's energy. Water also helps transport nutrients through all parts of the plant. Water helps support the plant by filling up the cells that make up the plant so it can stand up straight, and this is called rigidity. Water is crucial to a plant's life, so a plant will die quickly without water. And a plant will be wilting when it doesn't have enough water, and that's because it doesn't have enough rigidity. Water travels through the plant in long, thin tubes running up from the roots to the stems and leaves. These tubes are called the xylem. Water moves up through the xylem through a process called capillary action. Capillary action allows water to be pulled through the thin tubes because the molecules of water are attracted to the molecules that make up the tube. The water molecules at the top are pulled up through the tube, and the water molecules below them are pulled along because of their attraction to the water molecules above them. If you think of positive and negative charges like in magnets, that could help. To get rid of excess water, plants use a process called transpiration. During transpiration, water evaporates from holes in the surface of the leaves into the air. As water molecules evaporate from the plant leaves, they attract the water molecules still in the plant, helping to pull water up through the stems from the roots. The combination of transpiration and capillary action delivers the water from the bottom to the top of a plant. Water can travel a really long way through plants. And if you imagine a redwood tree, which is one of the tallest trees in the world, and they can reach heights up to 115 meters and have a root system up to 30 meters. That's a long way for the water to travel. So here I have my pint glass, which I'm going to use. I have food coloring. You can use any color food coloring. I chose red because that's what was available, but any dark color works well. I have my water, and then I have my celery, as well as a cutting board and a knife. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fill this cup about 3/4 of the way with water. All right, so we're going to add about 5 drops of food coloring to here. All right, and then we're just going to mix that up and make sure it's nice and dark. You can always add more if you feel that you need it, but as long as it's a dark color in the cup, you should be fine. All right, so now that we've done that, we're going to cut up our celery, and this is where you're going to want to get an adult supervision. So I have my celery, and you really only need about 1 or 2 stalks. I did 2 just to be safe earlier. So what we're going to do is you're just going to cut about 2.5 centimeters off the end, just to make sure it's nice and fresh. Because if it isn't a fresh cut, what can happen is the top can get a little bit dry and the water won't go through very well. So if we take one of these, and we cut the bottom part off. You can cut off a little more than 2.5 centimeters, it's okay. And then what we're gonna do is we're actually just gonna take it and we're gonna place it in the cup just like that. And we're gonna wait for a little bit and we're gonna come back and see if we can see any of the xylem tubes. All right, so I just did this experiment now, but I prepared one earlier so we can go ahead and see the results right now. So this is one that I did yesterday, so it sat overnight, so it's had quite a lot of time to soak up some of the colored water. So, as you can see on the bottom here, you can see the little tiny red dots. So those are the xylem tubes, and that's where the water is going up through the plant. And if you look at the front of the plant, you can actually see some red spots. And if you look really closely, you can kind of see where the water has been drawn up through the plant. Now, if you get fresh celery, what you can do, really, really fresh, sometimes the leaves will turn red as well, but if it's been in your fridge for a few days like mine has, it might not do that, so don't worry, but you will still be able to see the tubes at the bottom there. So here's a closer look at the xylem tubes. You can see those dark red spots there, and I'll go ahead and grab another one for you. So there we go. those are the red dots at the end. And those are the xylem tubes soaking up that water. So thanks for watching, and have fun doing some science.